As if dodging income taxes for years wasn't enough for President Trump. Now he's being sued by his niece for fleecing her out of millions of dollars owed to her in inheritance. Pretty strong book, man. He just comes out, the guy's a fraud. Not just Trump.
All of them.
The entire family's a bunch of frauds. Now's the time for her to do this, though. It's perfect timing, isn't it?
It is. Well, it is interesting. I mean, certainly the election's right around the corner. It's right on the heels of her book. And it's something she's been hollering about for some time. I mean, going back to 1981 when her dad passed unexpectedly, she said that the family, her two uncles and her aunt got together, and one of the uncles has since passed as well, and basically, devalued her interest. She and her brother were young. They were teenagers. They didn't know what they had. They misrepresented the value of what their inheritance was, siphoned funds away from her to others. And then as she became older, they used a family attorney as well, who has since passed. So she's alleging all of these things in the lawsuit and said it basically they defrauded her and her brother out of tens of millions of dollars. And they even threatened her to the point of withdrawing health insurance, which is important because her brother had cerebral palsy. And so she said that that's how they, essentially forced her to do what they wanted to do, which was sign away. It doesn't stop.
They actually sound like villains in a bad Disney movie.
Like Cruella de Vil.
Cruella de Vil. I mean, or worse. So along with that, she kind of targets. Well, she does target the Donald, and basically, give me the list. I mean, if you're to describe what she said about the Donald, most of the stuff we know. Has she told us anything we don't know? Nothing
that we haven't heard before. That basically that frauding people and lying is a way of life. That they jacked up the rent on low-income houses. That he was a tax dodger, as you've seen in the recent Times article. That he basically made all of his money off brand and inflating his own image so that he could get investors to continue to invest in him. That it became about investing in the brand. But that he's a narcissist and a liar, and that the whole family's like that, and that they learned it from the dad. Like I was saying earlier, I saw her weighing in a piece on Frontline where they were comparing Trump to Biden and their upbringing and their family relationships and the impact that those things had on them. And, he has called her unstable, but she was as a clinical psychologist, and she's like, well, hey, pot calling the kettle black.
What sign? There's no indication at all,
right,
that the woman is mentally unstable. I mean, if
mad, maybe.
Has there been anything that you've seen?
No, not at all.
Because when I heard that, I'm going, okay, well, what are you talking about? She's mentally unstable. No, she's not mentally unstable.
She comes across the most believable out of all of them.
She wants her money.
Yes.
She wants to. You can imagine what's happened before now, right?
Right.
They've probably mediated it. They've sat down and tried to get something under control. They've tried to say, well, do we really want to blow this whole thing up for the family? Is there anybody that's in the family coming to her aid as far as you can see?
Not that I've heard, which I guess is why she secretly recorded her aunt, the judge. And even though the White House has criticized her for that move, no one has basically denied it. I mean, they'll say, okay, it's just bad blood. It's just one family member saying something ugly about another. But I don't think that they're specifically denying some of the, particulars.
Have they put a number on the millions? All you hear is
tens of millions. That's all I have seen so far.
And this scheme that she's talking about is actually a scheme that you see sometimes in estate management kind of conflict.
Yes, because she needed she was a trustee.
She's a trustee, and so they manage the estate where they freeze somebody out so they could put more money.
Yes, and she said that it basically all started back when the dad, Fred Sr. was getting Alzheimer's, and that was when they moved in.
Yeah.
And then when her father suddenly passed away, it made it even easier because they already had control because the dad had Alzheimer's.
Yeah. Well, as this develops, I'm pulling for her.
I know, me too.
You can't help but pull for her.
Yes, she seems the most normal of all of them.
She does. She's what I've seen is she's anything but mentally unstable. She's mad as hell.
Yes.
Which is a good thing.
Yes.
Thank you for joining me, okay?
All right, thanks, Pat.